Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Sorry, I just couldn't help myself. I've seen the 13 participants again just now. I got that. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaye Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Namah Pranavaर्थाय Shuddha Jnanekaमूर्तये Nirmalaya Prashantaye Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. एको वशी सर्वभूतांतरात्मा
एको वशी सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
एकम
एको वशी
रूपम
सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
एकम रूपम बहुधा यः करोति
एकं रूपं
एकं
बहुधा
रूपं
यः
बहुधा
करोति
करोति
तमात्मस्थं येन पश्यन्ति धीराः
तमात्मस्थं
आत्मस्थं येन
येन
पश्यन्ति धीराः
पश्यन्ति
तेषां सुखं शाश्वतं नेतरेषाम्
तेषां सुखं
तेषां सुखं
शाश्वतं
शाश्वतं
नेतरेषाम्
राशाम्
एक वस्तु एक सत्यम सर्वभूतांतरात्मा सन् सर्वं जगत वशीकरोति, has total control over the entire mithya jagat. Why does it have control? Because those are all dependent on this one. Although it is one, ekam, बहुधा दृश्यते, नाना रूपेण दृश्यते. एकम सन्न नाना रूपेण दृश्यते. इव. So our viewpoint is, even when you see everything in the jagat, like the laser-like viewpoint of a bullion trader, when he sees all those gold things, he is only on the gold. He sees all that. He sees everything that he sees, the varieties he sees. He may even appreciate them, but no relevance. Like that, if our vision can be very clear, that in and through everything in the Jagat, so much variety in the Jagat, we're able to see that Atma and recognize that Atma as I. Such a person, yaha tam atmastham, which is there in every jiva, every sharira. Saha anupashyati, yaha anupashyati. He who sees that, whose vision is so clear, sukham shashvatam apnoti. And sukham shashvatam, we know, is possible only if you're able to see the very nature of this as sukham. Once again, we use the same words, sukham, that we use for the laukika sukham. But it is not that laukika sukham. Although it also implies laukika sukham. It also implies laukika sukham because of simple point of view. Generally, all human beings look at various laukika objects as the source of sukham. When we're able to see this ekavastu in and through all of those things, we recognize that those are not the source of sukham. Even for laukika sukham, this becomes an important thing. So he who can gain shashvatam sukham, without doubt, also has all the laukika sukham. He never becomes a yo-yo. Dukkham doesn't pull him down dramatically. Sukham doesn't elevate him to the ceiling. Therefore, all those verses in the Gita, samatvam into sukham, dukkham, labham, alabham, is a natural consequence of this dhira, when he is able to see in and through everything. That's ekavastu. At least initially as Ishvara, doesn't matter. And then later as that Nirguna Brahman, which is I. See, when you see Ishvara, one need not see I, but you won't see I, because you're still talking about Dvaitam. But that's a good point to go forward. Then see that as the only thing. Then it becomes more easy to see that nature of that very I has to be, the very vastu has to be I. I is that vastu, that vastu. So all other wrong notions drop off. In this jagat, in samsara, what is dukkha sadhanam? Kama. Starting with avidya. Kama impels karma. And karma inevitably is the dukkha sadhanam. Immediately thought, Swamiji, there are many karma which I do which gives me sukha. But examine that. Avidya, kama, karma is the sequence for dukkha sadhanam. This can be examined very, very carefully. If you want to get rid of this dukkha possibility, the thought that I am subject to dukkham, I am subject to sorrow, I am subject to grief, like Narada, like Arjuna, we can get rid of that only by this understanding. The Bhashyakara takes it up and talks about this in a very interesting way. Can you put the Bhashyam back on, please? We'll able to go down further, yeah. Sahi
Sahi
Parameshwarah
Parameshwarah
Sarvagataha
सर्वगतः
Swatantraha Ekaha.
स्वतन्त्रः एकः
This is the Ekaha from the mantra. What is the Ekaha? Sahi, indeed, he is that Parameshwara, who is Sarvagata, all pervading. Why? Because in and through everything, all you see is only Ishvara. Everything else falls by the wayside. Shapes, sizes, names, all of them fall by the wayside. Sarvagataha. And Swatantraha. Everything else in the Jagat we know is Paratantra, dependent. Everything has, if you want to call it an Ishvara. This Parameshvara does not have an Ishvara, no lordship. There's nobody to lord over Parameshvara. Therefore, it is the end of the line. That Parameshvara is the Sarvagataha, all-pervading, Swatantraha, and being Swatantraha, not subject to any dukkha. Dukkha arises also because of Paratantratvam, not subject to dukkha. Our recognition is, and our prayer all the time is, help me understand how I am also the same. It is the ultimate. There can't be another Ishvara over there. There can't be another Atma over there. There can't be another controller over that. That Atma, not tat samaha, cannot have anything else equivalent. It is the end of the line. Any way you look at it, we saw it in Digdrishya also. Always remains only Drik. Always remains only the Adhishthanam. Always remains only the Karanam. Never the Karyam. Therefore, there is nothing equivalent to that. Does not have another Karanam for it. Does not have another Adhishthanam for it. Does not have another Ishvara over it. Therefore, tat samaha na. Tat samaha abhyadikaha va anyaha asti.
Tasamaha.
Tat abhyadikaha.
अभ्यधिकः
Abhyadikaha va anyaha na asti.
वा अन्यः नास्ति
Nasti.
No sama for it, no equivalent for it, nothing to compare it with. So even to understand that, we have to only look at something in the loka, and try and understand it through examples. There's always a limitation. Sama is not there, abhyadikaha not there, nothing to exceed that. What is going to exceed Purnatvam? Nothing. You cannot have anything bigger than Purnatvam. Purnatvam itself is very difficult for human mind to understand. Even the best of mathematicians cannot understand infinity because our minds are limited. So mathematics is a nice way of getting out of this problem. In all mathematics, you will say, tending to infinity. You can't figure it out. We are limited. Our capacity to think, the brain is limited. Na tat samaha, na tat abhyadikaha. Nothing exceeding that, nothing superior to that. Anyaha nasti, there is nothing else. Ekaha. All this, Bhashyakara writes only for the one word, Ekaha. Ekaha, sahi Parameshwaraha, Sarvagataha, Swatantraha, na tat samaha, na tat abhyadikaha, na Nasti, Anyaha Nasti. That ultimately I have to understand that is I. Then only it becomes Upadesha, learning. And because it is the end, the eventual full stop, and because it is Sarvasya Karanam, because it is Sarvasya Adhishthanam, everything that we see, we perceive in the Jagat is under its own control. What do we mean by its control? What is Ishvara's control? Here we are talking about jivas. What do you mean by Ishvara's control? All jivas under Ishvara's control. If you understand Ishvara at that level of Ishvara as the order, the order controls everything. The order of karma controls all that is going to happen to any jiva. Therefore, it is complete vashi, total controller of everything. Kashtakara says, vashi.
She.
There is definition of vashi. Sarvam hi asya jagat vashe vartate.
Sarvam hi
सर्वं हि
jagat
अस्य
vashe
वर्तते
vartate.
Sarvam hi jagat asya vashe vartate. Everything in the jagat runs because of the sun, the moon, everything. Taittiriya Upanishad also says the same thing. The sun, the moon, the wind, everything runs under its direction. Mrityu also runs under direction. Everything in the jagat. Birth, death, all changes, everything. All sukha, dukha. Tasya vashi. Because jagat, sarvam hi jagat, asya vashi vartate. How do you say this? It is sarvasya karanam. It is sarva bhutantaratma. Antaratma of every bhuta. Therefore, whatever happens to the bhuta is dictated by this. Kutaha. How do you say this? Kutaha. Sarva bhutantaratma.
सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
This is the pratyagatma we keep talking about. It is the one that drives every bhuta. Not only every bhuta, we've studied earlier, it drives every function. Chakshus chakshuhu, manaso manaha. Every function is directed by this. Sarva bhutantaratma. And this is ekam. Yataha ekameva
Yataha ekameva
एकमेव
tadaikarasam atmanam
tadaikarasam
आत्मानं
vishuddha vijnana rupam
vishuddha vijnana
विज्ञानरूपम्
nama rupadi ashuddha upadi bheda vashena
नामरूपादि
उपाधि
अशुद्ध
भेद
उपाधि
वशेन
भेदवशेन
bahuda aneka prakaram
बहुधा अनेक
बहुधा अनेक प्रकारम्
yak karoti
यत् करोति
svatma satta matrena
स्वात्मसत्ता
स्वात्मसत्ता
मात्रेण
मात्रेण
chintya shaktitvat.
अचिन्त्य
अचिन्त्यशक्तित्वात्
Ekameva. only one, but Sarvabhutantaratma. Yataha ekam eva. What is the nature of this? Sadaikarasam atmanam. Ekam is what? The singularity of this. Ekarasam atmanam. This atma is just one principle. Indivisible principle. Sadaikarasam atmanam. What is the rupa? Vishuddha vijnana rupa. Very easy to tempt it to be translated as pure consciousness. Vishuddha vijnana rupa. I am wary of using this word consciousness without defining it. Not consciousness as we use it for our daily use. Consciousness, what do you want? That's why, therefore, Vishuddha. There is only consciousness. There can be no second element in there. Sometimes you see in text, we say a mass of consciousness or universal consciousness or consciousness principle. You can use any of these as long as you understand what you're saying. Vishuddha Vijnana Rupa. Prajnana Ghana. And this one singular indivisible Vastu appears as though there are so many different types. How? Only because of the variety of upadhi, which are all only nama rupa. Everything is only a word and its meaning. And whatever form that we see, nama rupa ashuddha upadhi bheda vashena. What is ashuddha upadhi? Any upadhi can be called ashuddha in this sense. Just as we called it vishuddha vijnana rupa, indivisible consciousness, it looks as though each sharira has separate consciousness. It looks as though this consciousness is different in different rupas because of the bheda of the upadhi. Therefore, we say it is as though you get a reflected Atma in every sharira. Why do we say this in the sharira? Because those are the only ones which we can perceive the presence of Atma. Otherwise, Atma is not possible to perceive, not available for senses. But the effect of the Atma being in each sharira as a reflected Atma, therefore able to energize this Sukshma Sthula Sharira, appears as though there are many different jivas. Manusya jiva, animal jiva, mosquito jiva, whatever other jiva, and within each so much variety. Therefore, this eka bahudha karoti, there no karoti, appears as though many because of the upadhi bheda. And ashuddha upadhi means what? Because of the differences. Upadhi bheda is the ashuddhi. Shuddha vijnana rupa atma ashuddha bheda upadhi karanena nana rupe dishyate. looks like many, many different forms. Because of Nama Rupadi Ashuddhopadi Bheda Vashena Bahuda Aneka Prakaram Nana Rupam Yak Karoti Kinchit na Karoti Kevalam Drishyate Iva. How? Because every jiva looks as if it is a sentient jiva and different from each other. What makes it sentient? They are not by themselves sentient. The Sthula Sharira is not sentient, the Sukshma Sharira is not sentient. They borrow their sentiency from Atma. From the individual, if you want, reflected Atma called Jiva. Svatma Satta Matrena. They lend Satyam to each of them. Satyam is existence, isness. They lend existence. Svatma Satta Matrena. How do they do that? You said this Brahman na karoti. Kinchit na karoti. And yet you are saying by offering satta, swatma satta, it seems to produce a variety of sentient beings. How do they do that? You say it doesn't do anything. Achinta Shaktitvat. Where does Achinta Shakti come from? Maya. Maya is said to have Achinta Shakti. What Achinta Shakti? Limitless Shakti. Limitless because Jagat itself is limitless. Can we even imagine limitless? Even physically, all the greatest minds in the world on cosmology and other sciences can only say the universe is expanding. Nobody can say where it's expanding to. Where is it expanding to? How many jivas are there? It's a question I sometimes get. So how much if somebody gets moksha, will the number of jivas be reduced by one? Maybe. But how many jivas are there to begin with? Does that remain constant? We don't know. Infinitely large number. We have some idea of how many human jivas are there. We don't even know how many species are there in the world. In the world that we know. And we don't know how many more worlds are there that we don't know. Sentience means intelligence, capacity to think. I saw a nice cartoon the other day. You know, they got these huge dishes. There's a project called SETI, I don't know if you've heard of this. Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. SETI. It's a worldwide project. And they have these huge dishes, all pointing outwards to space. So somebody sent me a cartoon. How is it that all search for intelligence is focused outwards? Search for intelligence focus out. We don't know how many jivas are there in the universe. How many species are there? We don't know. And then there are these other lokas, various devalokas. We have no idea. So to answer a question saying, if one person gets moksha, will the number of jivas reduce? Hey, we are saying the whole jagat, all the jivas in the jagat are mithya. Why are you worried whether it's 10 trillion or 10 trillion and one? You are mithya. We start with that only to help us progress. And we all come to the stage where we can see that adhyaropa is not necessary. We are in the apavada state. Therefore, we don't have to worry about it. That achintya shakti, limitless shakti of Maya, it creates the limitless Jagat. But that Maya, its limitless Shakti, that limitless Jagat are all Mithya, are all non-self-existing. So once we are at that stage of understanding, let that be. Clearly, Bhashyakara says, Swatma Satta Matrena, with its own, because of its own existence, by association, it looks as if there are very large number of other jivas, infinitely large number of jivas. Tam atmastham.
Tam
Tam atmastham.
Atmastham.
Swasharira hridayakashe.
Swasharira
हृदयाकाशे
Buddhau
बुद्धौ
chaitanya akarena abhivyaktam ityetat.
चैतन्य
चैतन्य
आकारेण
आकारेण
अभिव्यक्तं
अभिव्यक्ति मिथ्येतत्
On each individual sharira, in each individual sharira, this very popular statement that Swasharira Hridaya Akashe, Buddha. Atma is not in any one sharira. Atma is Sarvagatam. We cannot give a location for Atma. The moment you give location, you are limiting Atma, which is unlimited. But this in each sharira, Atmastham here means in the sharira. Atma here is sharira. Atmani sthitaha. But Atma, which is in each sharira, each Atma here, in its own individual Swasharira Hridaya Akashe, in each sharira, in the Upalabdhisthanam called Hridaya Akasha, the space within that's a phrase is used, Buddha, Upalabdhisthanam, where one can recognize this. It is perceptible. It is manifestly perceptible. So, Chaitanya Akarena Abhivyaktam. It is recognizable because these jivas have Chaitanya. Chidabhasa. Reflected Chaitanya. The sun lights everything up. But even a reflected sun can light things up. That kind of thing happens here also. The so-called, in quotes please, reflected Atma also gives satta and sentiency Satta and Spurti, Satta and Chaitanyam to every jiva. Buddha appears in the buddhi as Chaitanya Akarena Abhivyakta, must be recognized as one which is sentient, as different from others which are not sentient. Chaitanya Akarena Abhivyaktam iti etat. One question arises. If the Atma is in the Sharira, is the Sharira giving shelter to the Atma? Is it the Adhishthanam of the Atma? Or is the Atma the Adhishthanam of the Sharira? It says, Nahi.
Nahi.
Very good.
Nahi.
Sharirasya adharatvam Atmanaha
Atmanaha
Akashavat Amurtatvat.
Akashavat Amurtatvat.
Akashavat Amurtatvat. Again, we take recourse to one example that we understand in the Jagat. Like space, all pervading without a form, appears to take the form of the container of the space. Therefore, Akashavata, like Akasha, which is all pervading, but seems to be in different containers. This is also Amurti. Doesn't have a form. Amurtatvat, Akashavat Amurtat. Then what happens? What happens because it's Amurti? It cannot be contained in any Shariram. It only as though contained. Like space. You have space contained in different containers. But is it really contained in the container? How can you contain space in anything? Inside the container is space, outside the container is space, in the walls of the container is space. Like that, the Atma is all-pervading, formless. Therefore, it is not as if the Sharira is a housing for the Atma. There is no housing. So you say, Nahi Sharirasya Adharatvam Atmanaha. There is no Adharatvam. Sharira cannot have the quality of being the Adhara for the Atma, because Atma is Akashvat Amurti. Being Amurti, Amurtatvat, it cannot be contained. There is no location for Atma. Therefore, every individual being is only Mithya. Arising out of the fact that there are Sukshma Sharira in each of these Sharira, which has the property to reveal the presence of the Atma, but you cannot separately see the Atma. We understand the Atma is there because of this revelation by Sukshma Sharira. Therefore, it says, Akashavat Amurtatvat. He is not a location. In my body is Atma, then what about everything else? What about the covering of the body? There's no Atma there. What about outside? There's no Atma there. You can't put a location for Atma. And for that, Bhashyam gives a very nice example. He says, you look into the mirror. Why mirror? I'm looking into the screen. Am I inside the screen? I can see myself inside the screen. I can see each one of you inside it. each one inside the screen. But we still say the face in the mirror. Nice title for a poem, face in the mirror. We use those expressions. But where Atma is concerned, you can't use any of these locative adjectives. In, on, out, outside, inside, nothing you can use. But for purpose of understanding, understand that like in the case of a mirror, the image is not in the mirror. Mirror is only a surface, a reflecting surface. In fact, only two-dimensional. How can it have a three-dimensional view in the mirror? It cannot. The same way, Drishyamana Nagari, Vishwam, the entire Vishwam, is as though a reflection in a two-dimensional mirror of this three-dimensional Jagat. What we see as three-dimensional Jagat is non-existent. It's only as like an image in a mirror. Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam. Equivalent of that only the whole Jagat. So Atma has to be understood. Therefore he says, Adashastham Mukhamiti Yadvat.
Adarshastham Mukhamiti.
Adarshastham mukhamiti yadvat.
Adarsha is mirror. Like the mirror in the face. There is no other option we can. You have to use the expression mirror in the face. Oh, I'm sorry. Face in the mirror. Face in the mirror. It is not in the mirror. Like that, you say, Swashriri Hridaya Akashe Buddhau Chaitanya Akarena Abhivaktam can be recognized as the Chaitanya Akara. There is no Akara. Therefore, it is not a locative expression. Like locative only for purpose of understanding. Adarshastham mukham iti yadvat. Just like you say, face in the mirror. So this covers the first line. Eka Vashi Bahuda Karoti looks as though it is in each of these jivas. It is not. Goes to the second line. Tam etam ishwaram
Tametam
Ishvaram.
atmanam
Atmanam
yaha nivritta bahya vrittayah
yaha
Bahyuktayah
anupashyati
Anupashyati
Anupashyanti
acharya agama upadesham anu
Acharya
Acharya
Agamadesam
Agamadeshamanu
sakshat anubhavati
Sakshat
Anubhavanti
tam etam ishwaram atmanam. Ishwaram is atmanam. Etat ishwaram, etat atmanam, tam sakshat anubhavati. Normally, anubhava we say is directly experienced, but that is literal meaning. Sakshat anubhavati means recognize that as I. I is that Ishvara, is that Atma. Sakshat anubhavati. Tam etam Ishwaram Atmanam kaha sakshat anubhavati. Who recognizes this? Dhiraha vivekinaha. People who have got totally ready for this recognition through adhikaritvam and through all the punya they've done and through the grace of Ishvara and Guru. The person recognizes all that he explains here. Ye nivritta bahya vrittayaha, whose focus is not external to the sharira. A very difficult expression. It is not really, there's no external in this case. But whose, okay, let's say whose focus is taken away from doing. External. Who's already done what is to be done to gain necessary punya, necessary atma shuddhi. Focus is no more on doing. Because what you're trying to understand is akritat. You cannot understand with kritena. So, nivritta bahya vrittayaha, all external focused thinking and action have been finished, done with, nivritta. For such a person, saha anupashyanti, they see. Anupashyanti means what? You can't see the Atma. You said you can't see the Atma. Now, how do you say anupashyanti? Acharya agama upadesha anupashyanti. You cannot do this only by reading yourself and saying, I know agama, I know shastra, I've studied shastra. I'm an intelligent person, I know Sanskritam very well, therefore I can read the original text. Sorry, won't work. Or you can't even say, I have a guru, therefore I will know. What kind of guru? Andenaiva niyamana yatantaha. If we have a guru who is not a Shrotriya Brahmanistha, like blind leading the blind only. No way one can gain. There's Acharya Agama Upadesha. Agama Upadesha unfolded by the Acharya who is Shrotriya Brahmanistha. Then, only then can we hope to be Sakshat in the state where Sakshat Anubhavanti. Recognize I as this Atma Ishvara. So Dhiraha, Vivekinaha, the one who recognizes Atma Anatma, because of this preparation, the Punya, and Shastra Guru Upadesha. So, in fact, it doesn't stop the sentence there. Ye anupashyanti acharya agama upadesha anu sakshat anubhavati dhiraha vivekina ye dhiraha vivekina anupashyanti. What happens to them? Tesham parameshwara. Let's read this. Not read beyond this. Tesham Parameshwara Bhutanam
Parameshwara
Shashvatam Nityam Sukham
Shashvatam Nityam Sukham
Atmananda Lakshanam Bhavati
Atmananda Lakshanam
Bhavati
Netna Itaresham
Na
Na
Itaresham
Bahya Asakta Buddhinam
Bhakya Sakta
Buddhinam
Avivekinam
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 Swatma Bhutamapi
Swatma
Swatma
Bhutamapi
Bhutamapi
Avidya Vavadhanat
Avidya
Avidya Avadhanat
Tesham for the Viveki, for the Dhira Purusha, who has been able to exercise the kind of control born out of adhikaritvam, born out of punya, to not be driven by external actions, who has recognized the wants that is common among humans, is not the one that he needs. Nivitta Bhya with the grace of Ishvara and Guru and the Shastra, with the blessing of the Shastra, Sakshat Anubhavanti. They recognize themselves, the nature of I, the reality of I, as only Ishvara. Tesham, for them, Parameshvara Bhutanam, what are they? They have recognized themselves as Parameshvara. They have not recognized the body mind sense complex as Parameshvara. They've already dropped that abhimana. So there's no more talking about the body mind sense complex. They recognize the nature of I as Parameshvara. So Parameshvara Bhutanam, for them, Shashvatam, unending, Nityam Sukham. Shashvatam is translated as Nityam. Shashvatam, if you look at the word, Ashvatam. Shva is tomorrow. Correct? So what is Ashva? No tomorrow. So Ashvatam means not controlled by time, not subject to time. So Sashvatam Saha, Ashvatena Saha, without any relationship to time. Sashvatam means Nityam. Sukham Atmananda Lakshanam Bhavati. This Sukham we are talking about is Atmanandam. This is not Laukika Sukham. Laukika Sukham is Anitya. Any Laukika Sukham is Anitya. This is Atmananda Sukham. Atmananda Lakshanam Bhavati. Shashvatam Sukham. Nityam Sukham. Unchanging Sukham. Only these, first we make a statement that people who have all these qualities, adhikaritvam, necessary punyam, atma shuddhi, all of these, and has found the right guru, and has exposure to Shastra, such a person, the mantra says, ye anupashyanti dhiraha tesham sukham shashvatam. They are, their very nature is Shashvatam Sukham. Ananda Swarupam. And then mantra add one word. Na itaresham. One way say that these people will get that status. Can somebody else who has not done this, can he also get the status? Sorry. Na itaresham. The one who does not fulfill all of these qualities cannot get it. Shastra is saying so. And we have seen in practice also. Our own experience is that the only ones who are able to really go into this and understand this aparokshataya has to fulfill all of these things. Na itaresham, not for other people, not for anyone who has not completed all of these steps And through the Upadesha of Acharya Agama, can gain this Sakshat Anubhavam. Others cannot. There's a little bit left. Should we finish that also? Netaresham. We read this already.
Iteresham.
Bahya Asakta Buddhinam.
Asakta buddhinam.
Vivekinam.
Vivekinam.
Swatma Bhutamapi.
Swatmabhutamapi.
Bhutamapi.
Avidya Vyavadhanat.
Avidya
Because of the avidya that is present in anybody else, avidya vyavadhanat. Vyavadhana comes from dha dhatu. Vi purva, avapurva, dha dhatu. Dha dhatu literally dharana porshanayoho, to wear. But here, vi avadha means covering, gap, all of that. Because of the covering of avidya, even though they are also the same, swatma bhutamapi, even though they are all beings exactly the same, they don't recognize because of avidya vyavadhanat. Who don't recognize? Na itaresham, for them, for the others, who bahya asakta buddhinam, who are still concerned with karma. It is not a bad thing to be concerned with karma if you are looking at karma as Vedic karma, prescribed karma. Nothing wrong with that. As long as not kamya karma, not driven by ragadvesha, karma is okay. But that karma is not going to give you this status, moksha. So for these people who are bahya asakta buddhinam, the buddhi is still attached to laukika things, relationships, objects, situations. As long as that asakti is there, that will keep pulling you there. Hence the adhikaritvam, preparation, shramadamadi. For them who have this bahya asakti buddhi, who are therefore aviveki, they don't recognize all these as anatma, and don't recognize that what they're looking for is to understand atma. They're still stuck with anatma. For them, tesham na. They cannot get this. So both are very clearly stated. Only people who have got this without the bahya asakti, because of their own preparation, because of their own readiness, and through the Acharya Agama Upadesha, they can recognize themselves clearly as Parameshvara. We will continue in the next class, not the next weekend. As I told you, I'm going to be traveling to Bangalore to attend the Acharya Sabha meeting. The week after that. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om